They were demanding answers.
And you suggest that there was an easier way for them to establish what they wanted to establish. And what do you say that was? That is towards the end of paragraph 15 of your statement.
Commissioner, in such an incident, if you've got a suspicion of illegal activity that happens within or at a specific address, a local police station policing that area is activated to go and verify and confirm whether what is happening, is it real or is it not real? But I would expect the members of the police in uniform, marked vehicles, to come and speak to us about the whole operation.
I'm not sure I follow that.
Yes.
Is there anything wrong with, say, other SAPS members, the Hawks, going to verify even if they are outside of the local police station? Is there anything legally wrong with that?
Well, Commissioner, they are the members of the South African Police Services at the end of the day. I'm not too sure how the message came to them, but they had to go there and verify and check. But on my surprise is the manner on which they came and their behavior.
Let me ask the question again.
Yes.
Would it be unlawful for other SAPS members who do not belong to the local police station to go to the address to do the verification?
No, it won't be unlawful, Commissioner.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Captain, you say after you said this is an operation that falls under Lieutenant General Khumalo, and he seemed to accept that and that it is a legitimate operation. Before that point, had Captain Kruger requested proof of identification that the people there are SAPS members?
No, Commissioner, he didn't ask the proof of identity.
Thank you. And second question, before the Hawks arrived on the scene, and it's just your team, and when I say your team, I mean everyone, including the investigating officer team, were there SAPS marked vehicles with the lot that was there before the Hawks arrived?
No, Commissioner, there were
no marked vehicles.
There was no marked vehicles, yes. Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. If we can go to, still on page 5 at paragraph 16, you have in fact dealt with this where you deal with the information that was requested by the Hawks members from witness A, and you say that he refused to disclose that information. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Then can we go to page 6 at paragraph 17? You deal with an incident while you were talking to Captain Kruger of somebody approaching you. Can you tell us what happened?
Okay, Commissioner, while I was still talking to Captain Kruger, interacting, a certain African male who was wearing a civilian clothing approached me and gave me a cell phone, of which it was on. But on the other side of that cell phone, there was a certain person who who identified to me as a brigadier. And he mentioned his name and surname, but I couldn't capture on that particular time. The only thing I concentrated, that was a brigadier, and it's a high-ranking officer of which I had to show respect and listen to him, what he was saying. And the brigadier, he says no, he would like to apologize on behalf of the members of the Hawks because they were given a wrong information. But he is in the office of the Lieutenant General Libya, but they are at Limpopo attending the Police Excellence Awards in that particular time. And then he further switched on the cell phone on video, of which he panned it sideways, and I could see the police officers in blue and the setup of the background of that area. That no, the brigadier is really in that specific functions for the awards. And then after I ended the call, I gave it back to that specific individual of whom we look as a civilian to me. And then the call ended there. And then, but Captain Kruger was just there next to me. He could listen because I didn't move. I just stood next to him while I was on the phone.
Thank you, Captain. If I can just take you back to the identity of the unknown African male. You say you don't recall if he identified himself to you or if you just don't remember his name. During the preparation of your evidence, I indicated to you that there's another witness that will be giving evidence, Captain Kruger, who had taken certain photographs on the scene on the day of various people that were on the scene. I had shown you some of the photographs, and you indicated to me that one of the individuals on that photograph is the person that you believe was the person that gave you the cell phone on that day. I'm going to ask you now if you can go to section 3, which is the statement of Captain Kruger, and if you can go to annexure B5 on page BK5 on page 21.
You must please remark these, Ms. Ngube, because I see in the statement they are referred to as BK.
Yes, Chair.
But the actual marking on the annexures themselves is B and then the number without the K.
Chair, if I can just say that the actual markings on the annexure is actually BK, which is my work product.
So it's your flag. It's your flag that says B without the K. It's all your flags.
I will say
B
it's
without the K. So that's what I looked at, and I didn't even look at what appears at the top of each one of the annexures.
Yes,
I just
Chair.
looked at the B and the numeral.
Yes, Chair. If I can just clarify, what I meant is that the BK on the actual annexure is my work product.
Yes.
The B on the tags, I can't take ownership of that, Chair.
Okay. All right. Thank
So if I can then ask you to go to BK5, which is marked as B5 on the tag. Are you there on page 21?
That is correct.
Do you see the photograph there?
Yes, I do.
If I could just ask for it to be projected, please. Do you see the photograph has two gentlemen?
Yes, correct. I can see it clearly, Commissioner.
Can I ask you to look instead on your hard copy instead of on the screen?
Okay.
And can you identify for the commission as the person that you think is the unknown male that gave you the cell phone for you to speak to the brigadier?
Okay, Commissioner, on that Annexure BK5 photograph, is a person who is on the left wearing the T-shirt who's folded his arms on the back.
So it's the shorter gentleman on the left with the dark T-shirt with his hands behind his back.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. And you don't know the name of that person?
No, I don't know.
Okay. That evidence will be led by Captain Kruger, Chair.
And Captain, you say this is the man that brought the cell phone to you.
According to my recollection, Commissioner.
And on that cell phone, you say you spoke to the brigadier. Now you know it's Brigadier Mokoena.
That is correct, yeah,
On this gentleman's phone.
That is correct, Commissioner.
Do you have any knowledge whether this person in the that you've just pointed out here, whether that person is a member of the Hawks?
No, I do not have any knowledge. I do not bear any knowledge, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. And then if I can just deal with another aspect of the evidence that you just gave. As Commissioner Baloyi indicated, you now know that it was Brigadier Mokoena that was on the phone with you, but you didn't know that at the time. You couldn't recall his surname at the time.
That's correct.
Okay. And can you just for the record tell the commissioners how you now know that it is Brigadier Mokoena?
Okay, I was informed by the evidence leader, Commissioner, that the person of whom I speak with him on that particular day on the phone is Brigadier Lisaba Joseph Mokoena.
Thank you. And if I can just explain to the commissioners that Brigadier Mokoena will be the second witness to give evidence who confirms that he spoke to Captain Wanda on the phone on that day and gave him, refers to the video call showing that he was at an award ceremony. So it is the same person. And if there's a third aspect that I want to clarify, it is insignificant, but just for consistency. When Brigadier Mokoena gives his evidence, his evidence will be that he told you that the Excellence Awards was being held in Pretoria and not in Limpopo. You say that it's in Limpopo. Do you want to just tell us why you are adamant that it was there? Because when I addressed it with you, you said that you were adamant that he said it was Limpopo.
Okay, Commissioner, that's what he told me on.
Isn't there a possibility that you might be mistaken? Because I just do not see why he would not give you the correct location. That was something that could be established quite easily, and I do not see why he would have been cagey about something like that.
Yes.
Can't you possibly be making a mistake?
If he comes with a different version, Commissioner, that one I cannot dispute it, because a cell phone, a person can say, I'm here in this premises, but he's on the other side. But that can be established. There are many ways and means that can be established. That phone, where at that particular time where he made it, what was his location specifically?
Thank you, Chair.
So one last question from me, Captain. Did Captain Kruger or Brigadier Mokoena tell you who informed them about your operation, that you were at the scene?
No, they didn't.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. You say on page 7 of your statement, it's still paragraph 19, when you deal with Brigadier Mokoena showing you the video of the other police officers at the Excellence Awards. Do you know why he did that? Why he was showing you the video? Did he tell you?
When he said that, he said, Captain, we are not around in Gauteng. let me show you the video because we are attending the SAPS Police Excellence Awards in Limpopo. That is where he switched it on the video call and then pan it around just to show me the background and the activity of that particular day.
Thank you, Captain. Now, at paragraph 20 of your statement, you say that after your call, the members of the Hawks left. When you were speaking to Brigadier Mokoena, did he indicate to you that he would instruct his guys to leave, or were they already in the process of leaving while you were on the phone with him?
After that, Commissioner, they just left. I'm not too sure whether there was an indication from their side that they must leave or not, but they just quietly left.
Okay, and was that everyone that was from the Hawks, so the entire contingent, left?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Then at paragraph 21 on page 7, are you there?
That's correct.
You speak about what happened after your call with Brigadier Mokoena and the members of the Hawks left. Can you tell us what happened when you went back into the scene?
After that interaction, Commissioner, with the members of the Hawks, then I walked back towards the house. Before I enter the back entrance, Mr. Lehasha Moloi was just seated there, but guarded by combat members. And he asked me an excuse, of which I attended to him. That's where he started to interacting with me. He has the service of the water and the service of the cigarette. I then called the eldest son of Mr. Katiso Molefe to come and assist, of which he organized water and the cigarette, and it was served by Mr. It was served by the eldest son of Mr. Molefe. And then when he was done, before I left him, he asked me a question that, Captain, what is going to happen now? Because the arrested person is the friend of the honorable or of the Minister of Police. And then I asked him, he said, because he's a friend of the minister. I said, who is that minister? He said, the Minister of Police. I said, Honorable Senzo Mchunu, and then he said, yes. And I then explained to him just a standard procedure if a person is arrested, that no, we are still in a crime scene, crime scene is in a process. After we've done here, the suspect will be taken to a police station where will be processed and formally charged. But the family members will be informed about where the suspect will be taken to, of which will be done by the investigating officer in that particular case, which has witness A. And then I said, after that, other than that, witness A will deal with other matters.
Did you not inquire from him what was the significance of him telling you that the arrested person is a friend to the Minister of Police?
No, I didn't inquire to him, Commissioner.
Why not?
I took it on a lighter note, Commissioner, because I didn't know Mr. Molefe. What he was saying for me, it was just to listen, because friends are friends. That's what came to me. If they are friends, and then I'm not interested in that, I could not dig any further. colleagues.
Just so we are clear and there's no confusion.
Yes.
This conversation is happening between you and Mr. Lehasa Moloi, not with Mr. Molefe.
No, Mr. Mohasa Moloi, yes. Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Khumalo. If we can then go to page 8 of your statement at paragraph 23, I think you then said you explained the process to Mr. Moloi regarding what would happen after the operation. And then at paragraph, you say you went back into the house at paragraph 24. After you processed the scene, where did you go to?
After the scene was successfully processed, and I left with the other members who were part of that planned operation. I think two addresses, one in Soweto and one in Sentin. But they were going to look for the other suspect who was also allegedly to be involved in the planned down operation.
And who was that person? Who was the other suspect?
I was later told that was Lucky Molefe. Yes, but I didn't know by then. When we got there, I could not get involved. I just stayed in the car because there were no activity that required my expertise on that time.
And why do you say that your expertise was not needed at that time? Were they able to find Mr. Molefe, Mr. Lucky Molefe?
No, he was still at large. At that stage, he was not found.
Then if we can go to the next topic in your statement, which is actually the last topic, it's possible interference. Sorry.
Before you do that, Ms. Nube, just to take you back to the discussion with the conversation with General Mukwe, with Brigadier Mukwena, and you say he then, I think at page 7, paragraph 20, this is where, paragraph 19 rather, where he pens his cell phone to show you the room in which he is, and then you say, I do not recall why he specifically informed me that he was with General Libya. You see where I am?
Commissioner's page?
Right at the top of page 7. You say, at the top of page 7 in your statement, you say, I do not recall why he specifically informed me that he was with General Libya. You see where I'm reading?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Now, before he said this to you, before Mr. Mukwena, Brigadier Mukwena told you this, had Captain Kruger mentioned to you that someone had said that General Libya is at the house with you in the operation?
No.
Was this the first time
That was
you
the
had
first
anything about the mentioning of General Libya?
No, not at all.
No. So let me repeat my question.
Yes.
When the brigadier
Yes.
tells you that he was with General Libya, this was the first time you had a mention of General Libya.
That is correct, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Mbe.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Can we then go back to your statement at page 8, paragraph 25, where you start off with your topic on possible interference? Before you deal with the content of those paragraphs, can you tell the commissioners why you refer to it as possible interference and not interference? Why is it possible interference?
Commissioner, I've been to planned operations while I was still before I was deployed at National Task Team in my district, King Echau district, in KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the other operations that I was also part of it, that took place in East London, in Eastern Cape, where I went to 4 addresses in East London, as well as in 2 addresses in Alice. But I didn't experience any interference from any other police agency.
Yes, my question is, why do you refer to it as being possible interference? That suggests that you are not sure whether it was actually interference, as opposed to saying that you are convinced that it was interference. Why is there a doubt about it?
Firstly, Commissioner, as I alluded earlier on, that the local police stations would have been activated to come and verify is whether is it illegal operations or not illegal operations, and why such a big team from the Hawks, as the Commissioner have said, that maybe one member with a good attitude as well. So the attitude and their presence was concerning to me, Commissioner. I've never experienced the interference in my career as well, colleagues. And I then give them the benefit of doubt. That did not sit well with me during their presence.
Just a quick question. Do you know whether they came from Johannesburg or Pretoria, the Hawks that were present on the scene? Did you know where they came from?
No, Commissioner, I'll be lying. I don't know.
And when you refer to their attitude, are you referring to your statement that they were unfriendly?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Would you accept that you too were unfriendly? I'm asking this because, is it Captain Kruger? What's his rank?
It's Captain Kruger, Chair.
Yes. I'm asking because Captain Kruger actually admits that they, the Hawks people, were unfriendly, yes, but that you too were unfriendly. Would you admit that you too were unfriendly?
Commissioner, I don't know prior that, because when I was called, they were already stopped by the members of the combat by the gate. So I don't know how that interaction go. How did it go? Because the other member of the combat, the way he came to me, he was very, very in a hurry that I must quickly rush to the gate. Because I happened to be a senior person in that operation to address the situation. So before that, I don't know. But when I got there, yes, they were unfriendly to me because they were asking the questions, demanding the questions, not even allowing me to give the chance until Captain Kruger, I must be genuine, Commissioner, he was calm and friendly. Because he was recording, he wanted the facts and all those things in a nice and a formal way, you see. But I was responding to him as well in a very respectful way. But I cannot speak on behalf of other members.
So if he was calm and friendly, who were unfriendly?
I wouldn't know, Commissioner.
On his side.
On his side. It was some of the members of the Hawks.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Chair. So you and Captain Kruger weren't unfriendly, but everyone else seemed to be unfriendly towards each other. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct.
Thank you, Captain Wanda. Chair, that is the evidence of this witness, unless there's anything further from the commissioners.
Yes, may I? Captain, the heading of this section is possible interference, and Ms. Sigal-Sngube asked you, why do you seem to be unsure? Looking at your paragraph 26, you speak more firmly that what happened with the Hawks constituted an interference. Do you want to explain that? Just explain what you've said in this paragraph, or even read it into the record.
Okay, let me read it to the record, Commissioner, then I'll also elaborate on that.
Yes.
As a police officer, I gave other police officers a doubt of, other officers a benefit of a doubt because...
Sorry, Captain, you're reading the incorrect paragraph, 26 on page 9.
26.
Yes.
On page 9.
My apology, Commissioner. In my view, the conduct of the Hawks constituted interference or disturbance with the legitimate takedown operation in circumstances where there was no basis for their presence at the scene. It was also very concerning to me that the questions they were asking and their attitude towards us seemed to be consistent with that of the team looking to interfere in our operations as opposed to verifying if we were SAPS members.
You said you will explain more.
Yes.
This paragraph. Do you want to add anything onto what you've said here?
But the whole paragraph is just summarizes itself, Commissioner. I'll be repeating the same thing.
So am I correct, and that's what the words say in the paragraph, that you considered that just the mere presence of the Hawks where you're conducting a legitimate operation, that just their mere presence was to interfere with the operation? Am I correct to understand it that way?
Yeah, that is correct, Commissioner, because we had to stop processing and attend to them. By that itself, that was a disturbance or interference.
And you said Captain Kruger was in civilian clothes.
That is correct, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Girls.
Paragraph 16 of your statement, Captain, you did not deal with it, and it concerns me. You say in paragraph 16, witness A informed them being the members of the Hawks, that the operation was legitimate. When the members of the Hawks asked for details about the operation, including who we were arresting and the case number, witness A refused to disclose this information and indicated that it was not necessary for them to know these details. Did it not concern you that after you had identified yourselves as members of the SAPS, they still wanted to know the details of the operation, who was being arrested?